everyone, so today I wanted to film an Ariana Grande makeup tutorial. I've been meaning to do this for a while but just haven't got round to it, and today that is what I'm going to do. Ariana's makeup look is nearly always the same. She has this kind of classic pretty makeup look that I think would be perfect for a lot of different occasions, so I thought that you guys might like to see this. And even though I don't think this hairstyle suits me very much, I did it anyway because I wanted to make it even more Ariana Grande-esque for you. I'm going to start by using my Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation. This is in the colour Sand. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand and then I'm just going to buff it onto my skin. I'm actually using kind of like a dense powder brush for this instead of a foundation brush, but I quite like it. It's a Zoeva one called, what's it called, Buffer. Even though I don't love this hairstyle on me, I must say it makes putting your makeup on really easy because it's all out of your face. Now it's time for concealer. I'm using my Lasting Perfection concealer in the colour Medium 3. Just put your concealer anywhere that you have any kind of redness or blemishes that are still showing through after you've applied foundation, and under your eyes of course. I'm also putting a little bit on my eyelid and I'm just going to use a finger to blend that in. I got a really weird spot right under my lip last night. I woke up this morning and was like, oh, that doesn't feel good. Sometimes I prefer blending in my concealer with my fingers rather than a brush because the natural warmth of your fingers just kind of helps to blend in the concealer. And that concealer is literally amazing. It has such good coverage. I'm going to settle that using my Urban Decay De-Slick powder. Ariana always uses a little bit of bronzer and I'm going to use the Bourjois Délice de Soleil one. I like this because it's not shimmery, it has a tiny bit of shimmer in but hardly anything, and it's just a really nice bronzer. For this you just want to suck in your cheeks like that, and I can't talk and do that. You have to suck in your cheeks and then just pop this kind of in the hollows of your cheeks and your temples, and then just for an all over bronzed look. I love the effect that bronzer has. I just think it adds some lovely kind of shape to your face. I don't know if you can see that there now on my cheek. From my MAC palette, I'm going to use Dolly Mix, which is this pinky colour here. And I'm just not going to use too much of it because Ariana doesn't go for like a bright pink on her cheeks. But I've heard that she actually uses MAC blushes and she loves Pink Swoon and Dolly Mix. So I'm going to keep this true to Ariana and use Dolly Mix blush. I'm using a Real Techniques blush brush for this. And then taking my massive bronzer brush, this is it's called Powder Brush from Real Techniques, and just going to blend in my blush. And that is the skin done. So now I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. I actually got them tinted and threaded last night, so I don't really need to do an awful lot to them because they're looking quite a good shape and quite full because of the tint. So I'm just going to use a little bit of, I think I'm going to use some Mystery from MAC, which is this kind of dark brown shade here, on a MAC 266 brush. I'm literally just filling in any gaps and kind of going over any kind of sparse areas. For the eyeshadow, I'm using my MAC Neutral palette and I'm going to take Vanilla all over the lid and then Wedge, which is this brown matte colour here, through my crease. So Vanilla all over the lid. Ariana's eyeshadow look is always very simple and pretty much always the same. It's just a light colour all over the lid and then some contouring through the crease with a nice matte brown. Oh, and I was using a MAC 217 brush to do that bit, and now I'm taking a Louise Young brush, and this is kind of a tapered brush which is great for contouring, and it's called the LY38. So I've just popped Wedge onto that brush, then I'm just going to do a windscreen wiper motion through my socket line, which is where your eye naturally goes in. I'm sure lots of you know that, but for those of you who don't, it's if you look down, and I've got a little mirror here, so if you look down into the mirror you can usually see it. Some people's are more prominent than others depending on your eye shape. It's just really nice to have some definition there. You can do as much